I got an idea there was a illuminated address hung upon the wall for the tower.
Well, there's certainly that beautiful big illuminated peel board, isn't there?
Have you been down to Aston?
Oh yes, indeed I have.
Have you looked round?
Yes, I've had a good look round.
You've seen my name there, actually.
Indeed I have. Yes, yeah. One of the I wonder if it did come to the tower. Do you remember when the picture came to the tower at Aston?
No, I think
because this is a letter I found in the bookcase at Aston from Edgar Shepherd, which
Mr. Whiston, that he's an Owringer. Well, he was an Owringer, like years ago.
Yeah.
And unfortunately died young.
No.
Mr. Morris, Mrs. Morris, no. I got an idea when I remember somebody coming, but I wasn't in charge or anything like that. I just listened, as you might say.
Yes.
You know
Yes. Yes.
And I think if there's anything, any idea how big the illuminated address was?
No. I imagine it was a good deal smaller than the...
Ah, yes. What I can remember, I think there was one about 9 by 12 or perhaps something like that.
Yeah.
It was hung on the wall.
There's well, I can't see. I just wonder, see, as he mentions your name, I thought it'd be in that letter, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You see Shepherd, I knew him well.
Did you? Yeah. Well, you see now these two. This, of course, there's no housing on Queen's Road, Aston now, is there?
Oh no.
But you see, I mean, that was written in 1949.
Some big changes.
Yeah, and I wonder if there's any way of tracing the family, because this lady was the granddaughter of Henry Johnson.
Yeah.
But I wonder how I can find out where she went to, or what. She must have been very old by then, I suppose.
Oh yes, she must have been.
Do you remember meeting her? Or?
No, I never met her. No.
No.
I remember there's a big photograph in the belfry, isn't it?
That's the one.
Of Henry Johnson.
That's the one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one. That,
I remember something about it. Mr. Davis was in charge then. Not Mr. Davis, Price.
Mr. Price.
Price.
Fred Price, yes.
Perhaps you'd never met him, I don't suppose.
No, I haven't. I gather he died fairly recently, didn't he?
Yes. Yes, he went to Bournemouth.
Yes.
In about, I think, around about 49 or 46 or something like that. 6 or 9. And you've been there all the while till now, right? Till he died.
Yes. And he was in charge at Aston.
Oh yes.
Until he moved.
Yes, he took over from Mr. Davis.
Oh well, I wonder about and Mr. Who does he mention here? Mr. Whiston. Did he take over perhaps from Fred Price?
No, I took over from Fred Price. I followed Fred for a couple of years.
Oh, I see. Who was Mr. Whiston then?
He was a secretary.
Ah, I see.
Secretary, Mr. Whiston was.
Yeah. So, oh yes, as he mentions you here, I suppose this is after Fred Price. This is while you're in charge, I suppose, 1949.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Yeah. Yeah, actually I've what have I got here? Yes, that's a copy of the large picture, of course.
That's it.
Yes,
oh, yes,
that's the one. I had that photographed recently.
Straight away, yes.
Yes. But
Oh, this is this. That's right. Yeah.
Now, you see, in this postcard from the granddaughter, it says, she's arranging about received your letter. This is to Edgar Shepherd, thanking you. I have taken the photo out of its frame. It is too big to send through the post. If we take it to St Martin's Church and leave it for you to receive, would that do? We have also got an address to go with the photo. You see, and I mean, it isn't at St Martin's either.
No.
No, although, you know, sometimes things get...
When you spoke to Donald, did he have any interest at all, or did he...
Well, he didn't know anything about it.
Just didn't know anything about it?
No. It'd be really nice to... Well, perhaps it's still with the family, if they live around Aston.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can find that out, really.
No, we don't know him, see.
No.
So this is still there?
Yes. In fact, we're going to borrow it for the dinner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know, and have it set up.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps you ought to come to the dinner. Have you considered it?
Well, I'm too well at times, you know, and I've been to several courses, you must know, around about the 1930s and onwards.
Yes. We've got a photograph of, I think it's about ringing the New Year in 1935, in which you're there. We've got that up in the tower at St Martin's.
Yeah, I've got one here, and a newspaper one, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I knew, we had a ringer at Aston named Mr. Mitchison. Have you heard of his name?
No.
And he used to ring at Perry Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew Henry Johnson.
Oh, really?
He used to talk to me about him, you know. That's all I know about Henry Johnson.
I see. Do you remember any of his stories particularly?
Not really.
No.
They just come and go somehow, you know.
Yeah.
Especially a story and pick it up, I suppose, but I'm not one of those. No. Oh, yes, he used to tell me about him. He was a funny old man and all this business, you know, but of course we take some out of the pinch of salt, of course.
Yes. Yeah, you might be interested to see this. I got this picture from the library, actually, of Aston Church before it was rebuilt. It's quite a nice one, isn't it?
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was in the first peal and the bells there.
Were you?
The 12, I'm talking about now, in 1936 or 5 or something like that.
Yes.
And I was in Frank Smallwood was in it.
Oh, was he?
As well.
Yeah.
No, not that one, no, sorry. I was in a peal there with Frank Smallwood.
Yes.
And Frank Perrin.
Yeah.
You know, that's an old name.
Yeah.
From Coventry.
Yeah. He recently died, didn't he?
Yes, he was about 90, wasn't he, or something like that.
Oh, easily. I think he was more.
More, I think.
Yeah, I think he was, yeah.
Mm.
And he came to the Henry Johnson dinner about 2 years ago. He used to come quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, even recently. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course, Albert Walker used to be my gaffer down at St Martin, you know, when he was there. We used to go in for peals on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
As a rule.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never Maximus, always Stedman Sinks, you know.
Every time?
Every time. We could have rung it without a conductor, I think.
Yes. Oh, well, that's marvellous, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we have a lot of fun down there these days as well.
Oh, yeah.
We do a lot of ringing.
Yeah.
Really. We're not always very successful, actually.
No,
you know,
no.
But it doesn't seem to matter.
Remember one occasion, Albert Walker was calling the peal and he says, "Last Bob," at the end of the peal, his last Bob. We'd nearly put him out. Although the reason was somewhat, I couldn't understand it, like, really. Last Bob, it didn't sound right.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. And it nearly upset the peal in the last Bob. But it come round all right.
Yeah, I gather Albert Walker was very smart at conducting.
Oh, he was, yeah. Him and George Swan was another good ringer.
Was he?
Yeah.
Did you go down when they went down to... When did you start ringing, actually?
About 28, I think.
Was it same time as Henry Fern, more or less?
Yes,
I think.
Henry and George and
Yeah.
I were ringers together, like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. We still Henry comes down every Sunday still.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
doesn't usually ring now, but he's always there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That's very good.
It's
isn't it?
nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to set up a little exhibition, and I've written something for the Ringing World, to draw people's attention to this
Yeah, yeah.
centenary or whatever the dinner.
Well, I'm sure I couldn't do any more else.
Well,
But,
it's
the only one I liked in my ringing was ringing 3/4 to Erin Caters. My first field at Erin.
oh, did you?
On 3/4.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
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 George Swan was the conductor. He's excellent.
Mm. Mm.
He won a member of St. Martin's. He used to ring there quite a lot.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. 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 Hmm. And what were the old 10 at Aston like?
Pretty rough when I went.
Very rough,
Just to-
really. Yeah.
Just to chime them,
Really?
till the new bells come along.
Oh, I see. They weren't rung very much.
No, not then. Of course they had been.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yes, quite. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you learn to ring at Aston or?
No. From the country I am.
Oh, I see.
Longdon.
Oh,
By
yeah.
Worcester.
Oh, yeah.
Just the other side, Worcester. Well, up to the
Yeah.
Severn side.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Can I make you a cup of tea?
Yes, you'd like one. I think.
Well, thank you very
Yeah.
much. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yes, I know.
That's what you wanted.
Well, that'll do. That'll be very
Some of
nice.
it. Fred
Yeah.
Price got me into ringing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was the same village as me.
Oh, was he?
Come from.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned at St John's, Worcester originally.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was at
Tom
school.
Lewis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's still going strong, I think,
Ah,
isn't he?
Tom's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I met him years and years ago.
Yeah.
Clifford Skidmore.
He's still going strong, isn't
Tommy
he?
Emin.
Yes,
He
yes.
doesn't do so much now, but
No, I have met them sort of at Selly Oak and places like that. Bill Cartwright, of course.
Bill Cartwright.
Yes, yes. Did you ring with?
I remember
with
Bill
the-
Cartwright a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never did appeal with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm,
Tommy Emin was a lad.
Does he? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. He's very elderly now. I mean, but he still goes to the Selly Oak dinner. At least he did last year. When I went.
Tommy Emin?
Yeah.
Oh, Sally Oak.
Mm,
Dinner.
yeah.
Oh, I see, but no. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know that he does any ringing.
No.
Um,
Oh, Fred Price and I, Tommy Emin and Cliff Skidmore, we went to Walsall.
yeah.
I think when I know it was Tommy Emin and that finished up in the police, with the police.
Really?
Somewhere, I don't know how it come about. He stopped with the police all night. I don't know what it was, but oh dear.
Yeah. Huh. And perhaps you knew James George and people like that.
Oh,
did
aye.
you? Yeah,
I was in several fields with James George,
yeah,
and the one pair we went for, this was Stedman Sinks bowling,
yeah.
and they had to he got his back against the wall. He'd got a bad leg, or he'd had it off, I think, because there was some trouble there.
Mm.
But he wanted to ring another pail.
This was right at the end of his life, was it?
Yeah,
Or-
well, close on, you know.
yeah.
And Albert Walker there again. He stood up against his back against the wall, Mr. George did, or James George, and that put a piece of board across the floor so they wouldn't slip out.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
rang like that.
Oh, yeah. Which
Yeah.
bell did he ring? On the
I
front
think it was
one?
the fifth.
Yeah. Oh, where he could lean against the
Lean
wall.
against the wall, see?
Yeah.
Across the wall is
Yes,
now.
it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Well.
And that stuff him sliding out. I didn't know the tail.
Really? yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he was a decent old chap,
Mm.
Jimmy George was, and we'd been ringing the old ear out,
Mm.
and then you went in, and he'd come there, and Mr. Davis was with me, at the old ringing master from Aston,
Yeah.
around the 36 to 46 mark, and he got us, hailed us a taxi when we finished to bring us home.
Yeah.
Or bring him home as well, he's on the same way.
Yeah, I see.
And he come round Cuckoo roadside there. I don't know, it's just there in the bottom of the other side, the Spaghetti Junction. Of course it wasn't there then,
Yeah.
And taxi brought us home. I was expecting to have to
Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you normally go into the was it the St Martin's Hotel after?
Oh, that was the ideal place.
Was it right next door?
Right next door.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Well, I'm just thinking that there's nowhere quite like that
Nowhere
that's
quite
handy
like-
anymore.
No,
We
no.
we go, all over town really finding someone.
Yeah. Oh, I used to like a touch, drink. And we were a bit behind one night finishing a peel there. And Mr. Davis was older than me, as you know. And I said, I'll go across and get an order. So I went into the hotel and ordered 4 pints, 2 pints apiece.
Yeah.
But the barman looked at me and didn't wonder what I was going to do with 4 pints, but I went in on the own.
Yeah.
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 Then, there wasn't excessive drinking or anything like that, but he was
Yes.
just always
Social drinking.
social,
Yeah.
like a pint after the.
That's right. You need it
Drinking.
actually, don't
Oh,
you?
well,
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you remember when the bells were recast at the Bullring? Were you in Birmingham when the bells were done in 28 or not?
No,
Yeah, it's after that.
my ringing was mostly 6
Hmm.
at town thing,
Yeah. When did you come to
and then
Birmingham?
I come to Birmingham in 1925, I think it was,
Yeah.
and I didn't do any ringing for quite a while. Then I was out of ringing, see,
Oh.
and then I got in. Fred Price worked at Ansell's Brewery. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure.
And no, but
That's how you knew him.
on Aston Cross.
Mhm.
And Bill Davis was the blacksmith there, and his mate was older than Bill Davis, and he died, and they nabbed me then.
Oh, I see.
I worked at Ansford.
Oh, I
And
see.
when
You'd
the-
been working somewhere else before.
I've been working on the railway at Curzon Street
Oh, really?
for a while. And I never done any ringing till that time.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar or not?
No, thank you.
No.
Thank you. Oh, I see. Yeah. So, how did you meet Fred Price then?
Well, he was working at Ansford,
Yeah.
and he got in touch with Davis, who was the blacksmith there,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and he told him about me.
Oh, I see.
Because I was working as a blacksmith on the
Well,
railway.
mm.
Well, of course I was interested in that job, because the railway was a bit of a rough job, but anyway,
Was it?
we got over it. And I went to Ansford.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Because actually we go drinking very often at the Woodman, opposite Curzon Street.
yeah.
It's a bit of a walk from St Martin's,
It is,
but we really drive it normally, but it's a nice pub actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me a minute. Let me just try this straight. And I was there then 42 years.
Really?
Ansford
Oh, yeah.
Brewery.
Gosh.
Never thought I'd see it like it is now.
Flat.
Flat.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you can't see it, it's flat.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, extraordinary.
Uh,
Yeah.
I've been retired now 17 years.
Have you?
Mm.
Have you given up ringing really now, or?
Oh yes, the steps. The doctor advised me to leave the. Don't get up those steps and that.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it's using your arms so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had a bit of a turn, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
all right, ever since.
Good. Yeah.
So I thought, well, clean break me. There's no good messing about if he tells you that, is it?
No, that's right. Mm. Mm. Mm.
So about 7 years ago or something like that.
Is it? Mm.
Must be.
Did you ring most of your peals sort of at the bull ring, or did you go around the country quite a bit as well?
Not around much.
No.
I used to go around, but for practice nights, you know, and I used to get up to Grantham quite a lot.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
and
They're a lovely ring, aren't they?
Yeah, Dennis Frith used to meet in there.
Oh, you know him?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know Dennis.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, well, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you very much
That's all
indeed.
right. Thanks for the need.
Okay. Well, I'll just thank you. Thank you. Sorry, would you like to sit here? Because I'm.
No, I've got some more work to do.
Oh, I see. Mm.
I've been doing what I wanted on this morning.
Right. Mm. 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 So, did you do sometimes hear Erdington bells ringing, or?
Oh, you can hear them. You can hear Aston.
Oh, can you?
Oh, yes, at times goes away the
In
wind.
Aston they're ringing, you can hear them playing,
Oh,
can you?
yeah.
Yeah, well, if the wind's the right road.
If we're shopping in Erdington and there's a wedding on,
Yeah.
we
You
stop
often
and
hear it.
listen. But otherwise, if the wind's this way, we can hear it playing according to the wind being on top of the hillside.
Yes. Mm. Mm.
You say you ring with John MacDonald.
Quite a bit, yes, yes. We go out to Kingsbury quite a lot because you know Kingsbury.
I always have the ring world, you know.
You do?
Oh, I've been having it for years.
Oh yes.
What
yes,
on there
you
now, I
said-
think.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Last
Next,
sorry.
just to mention that next week, you know, we've got quite a bit about Henry Johnson and that in it. Something I discovered, a diary of W.H. Fussell, which mentions his visit to Birmingham in the 1880s, and so that you'll be able to read about what I've so far discovered.
Yeah.
Next week,
Have
actually.
you got any information? It's
Well,
been a bit too long, isn't it?
well, at least I've cleared up, you know, whether Mr. Short does remember it or not. Sorry, I was interrupting you then.
Yeah, oh, that's all right. Because I haven't gone to Aston for a long, long time, you know. Because they're doing the steeple, and of course we shop at Aston, you see,
Do you?
in the car park.
Yeah.
And of course each time, I said, they haven't got any further up the stop. But they have got further last fortnight.
They're allowed to ring there now, though.
Are
They
they?
do, yeah. So in spite of the fact they've got scaffolding on the spine,
Oh, yeah.
they do ring a bit.
But we haven't heard them, have
You
we?
haven't?
Any idea why it's been so long about? It must be 2 years, nearly.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid I
They've
don't
still
know
got
why,
the platforms round
Yes,
to the
that's right.
platforms.
Yes, I'm not sure why.
But you know, that Peter called down Thursday, the men was up there.
Well,
I
gosh,
said, if I was them, I'd come down, I wouldn't do.
yes,
It's
I
a
can't
long
think
job, isn't it?
of- Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long.
Shame, really.
Yes. Yeah.
We haven't heard the bells a long time from Aston, have we?
No.
Oh, well, I gather they do practice. We have such a shame, you know. There was I was taking part in an appeal attempt there on the 5th of November, which was the 200th anniversary of the first peal by the local band that's in the tower there. There's a board for it, or a board which just mentions the date, you know, and one of those old boards. And Alan Burbage, do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was calling it. And unfortunately, something went wrong. I mean, it was grands of triples, you know, and nothing it should have been cast iron. But as luck would have it, you know, we were near the end and somebody swapped or something and we lost it. It was an awful pity that, because it was a special event, you know.
Alan was a little schoolboy when we knew him.
Oh, yeah. He comes to St Martin's.
He's a nice boy.
Oh,
isn't
very
he?
nice.
Boy, man, rather.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
He's got a family and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Lives at Tamworth now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Last time we saw him was at Dick Ingram's funeral.
Oh, yes.
And we spoke to him, but of course Alan couldn't go up the tower and I couldn't ring. But that was when the last time we spoke to John MacDonald. He sat by us, didn't he?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
In church.
But Alan, he said, long time no see. I said, well, we're still here.
Yeah.
And then we went to a wedding. Well, not to a wedding, to see a wedding, didn't we? And they were ringing at the wedding, so when the wedding was over, we came out and waited, but there was only one ringer, wasn't there, that you knew, really?
Yeah.
And,
It wasn't an old ringer, just a young one passing through, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we only stood there waiting because we thought he might know someone that had been up there, you see.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but as they come through cut across, they didn't come through they cut across the grass, didn't they?
Yeah.
And we were standing listening, you see. But they spoke to Alan, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then that was when we saw Alan Burbage.
Yes. Oh yes.
I was the instigator of John Anderson.
Oh, were you? Oh, well.
Parents
Because
used to live just down the road.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. I
With
know
my
John
Tim
very
and I.
well.
John
Aston-
and Brian
would-
Downey, they
Brian
all
Downey.
used to come here, like, really.
Oh.
When,
Have you always lived here? I mean, or-
1935.
have you?
You
Yeah.
know what goes on with the last of the houses that were built here.
Uh-huh.
This house and 10 more others, or 11 more others, were all built on an estate called Windy Ridge, and that's why we get the wind so much. And they built these houses, but they didn't build the garage. They have to have the garage built down the drive.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but John Anderson, his grandmother lived just round the corner, and he used to go to his grandmother's, you know.
Yes. Oh well.
She used to say,
you
you
know,
see now, John, likely.
he's a key member of the St Martin's Guild, isn't he? We don't know what we'd do without him.
Uh-huh.
Of course, he's. I mean, I went to India with him, you know, in the summer.
Did you?
He and Janice and
Oh.
my wife and I. We went with a group that. Actually, it was people I knew in London who'd organised it, and we went with them.
Oh, yeah.
And we had, you know, it was quite an adventure. I mean,
Oh.
John isn't, to be frank, he isn't one normally for going abroad. He likes his holidays in the Lake District and that kind of thing, but this was a special adventure, you know, which, I mean, I hadn't been to India before, but I was very interested. And so we spent 4 weeks of the summer, this summer, going
that's
there.
nice.
Yes, and he's got some particularly fine photographs that he took.
Did you like it?
Well, we were, you know, yes. I mean, we found it very
You
interesting.
enjoyed it rather.
Yes, I mean, it's you know, it's tough living in such a different world. You know,
Oh,
it's,
I bet it
it's
is,
not
yeah. You can see that.
it's not that easy.
No.
I mean, it's not like a holiday by the sea.
No.
It's quite different to that, but it's very interesting, and we were all thrilled to have been, you know, and very very keen
Yeah.
to have seen it. But you know, if you ever see John, you must ask to see his photographs of India because they're very, he's a very expert photographer,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
amongst other things.
Amongst other things.
All of them were just, well, because we've lived here all this time and they've grown up, you see, and
Yes,
they've all
right.
separated.
Yes.
Same as the Ingrams, they've all separated,
right.
you see.
Yes.
You have David down sometime.
Yes.
David Ingram.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Morris don't do anything.
St. Philip's.
Yes. I see him sometimes.
Oh, his brother Morris was an excellent ringer, but
Oh really?
but he's
Did you know Dick?
No, I
No,
didn't
Oh, he was
actually.
lovely.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And Elsie, his wife.
Yeah.
We used to, well, we went away with them, didn't we? Just before she had David.
Oh really?
And she had David the next year.
Yes.
And of course we grew up with them, you see, and the children grew up as we knew them.
Yes, quite. Yeah.
It's interesting though to know how they're going on.
That's right. Well, John, you know, I mean, is now an extremely important official of the British Gas. He's got a very important job to do with,
That's
and
a
he's
good
sort of
job.
commuting to London, and he's going all over the place, and he's really, I mean, that's it's become a slight problem for him, I think, because he does so much work for St Martin's and the Guild, you know, that he's been finding it quite difficult, I think.
Yeah. Very clever chap, Johnny. I always thought so.
We got on well.
His
He
ringing
seemed to
took
put on a
me,
bit
picked
of
it up
weight
in
the
no
last
time, you
picture
know.
we saw of him, haven't they?
Hmm?
The last picture we saw of John, he'd put a bit of weight on
Yes, he's
to what he had done.
Oh, really?
Yeah. To what we saw him like. See, unless you see people in the flesh, you don't always
No, I know.
contact, you see.
And Brian Downey, I don't. You must
He
have met him.
occasionally, he's around occasionally. We see him.
You know him then?
Yes,
Yeah.
You
yes.
know him. Would you like another one?
No, I won't. Thank you
Sure.
very much. That's fine. I'll have to go in a minute. I ring at Harborne in the evening on Sunday.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
go over there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, which of course are old Bishop Ryder's bells, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
Very nice too.
Oh yeah.
But I know I'm very sorry that I never rang in Bishop Ryder's because they were always reckoned to be very good.
Yeah, I rang there several times with James.
It's a shame I'm
He
going to have
was
to
a-
give it up, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
the one thing in his life. I don't.
You don't
No,
think?
I
No.
didn't. Well, I don't say I didn't agree with it, but it was out such a lot, you see, and being on my arm.
The same old story.
What they would call the ringing widows. But
That's
some of
right,
the
yeah.
women could ring, but I wasn't interested in ringing.
That's right. My wife's a ringer, fortunately, so she. I mean, I know, she isn't out as much as I am, so I still have the same
Yeah.
problem.
We used to go, well, we've been all over the place. We used to go on our own, hadn't we?
Yeah.
We used to ring at Leicester a lot.
Oh,
That's the ring of Leicester.
Cathedral there.
Several quarter peals there.
oh yeah. Did you know somebody over there particularly? Or?
We
Yeah.
knew them all eventually because we used to
Yeah.
go out for the day.
Oh, I see.
On the every Sunday we used to go out and then call back into the various spots, you see. And he got to know them. They used to say, oh, you're one of us, will you be here next week? Well, you couldn't say you would be because we didn't know which direction we were going.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Peter Staniforth was there
Oh.
in the cathedral,
Jill.
Leicester.
Yeah.
And Jill, his wife.
Yeah.
And we used to go to Grantham a lot.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I got
isn't
to know
it?
Dennis Fritz. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
I mean, they was all friendly, no
Yes,
matter
that's,
where you
that's
went.
lovely, isn't it?
But
That's
it's
a nice
according
thing
which
about
way
it.
we went, which way we called, you see.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course we
And
did
even when we went on holidays down in Devon, Somerset, Cornwall, anywhere down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not in London, you did a lot of ringing up there, didn't you?
Well,
But London,
Did you
oh
go there?
yes, yes,
Oh,
all of them.
we had friends up there, and of course I was just parked there. And,
It's
no, I didn't mind really. No, I
that's
didn't
right.
really mind.
No.
Richard Tibbets. You know,
Oh yes.
he was at Perry Bar for quite a while.
Yes, I don't actually know him, but I've certainly heard of him.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And the Andersons are friendly with people now in Somerset. I've just forgotten his name. David.
Not Terry Hampton.
No, but no. Well, Terry Hampton's another. He's retired to Devon, hasn't he?
I know.
Yeah,
We've
we see
known
him.
Terry's before he was married.
Did you
I
really?
just had a lot of problems.
Yeah, he still comes. have you met him
When he
recently?
comes.
I haven't met him for quite a while now.
Because he still pops up occasionally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We went to their engagement, we went to the wedding, and we went to Paul's christening. But you see, we contacted them when Anna was ringing, it was different.
That's right.
Now
Yes,
it's a
yes.
dead
You
loss.
don't meet quite in the same way if
Same way,
if
yeah.
you're not in the. Yeah, yeah. But yes, it's nice to try and keep the connection, and I certainly feel that the guild ought to sort of maintain contact with them old members who aren't able to ring anymore and that. I mean, that's nice. And,
We had somebody come.
I hope perhaps there'll be some event, Alan, that you'll be able to come to over the week. We're going to have sort of a weekend, you see, of events around the dinner. It's not just going to be the dinner.
I see.
There's going to be on Sunday. John MacDonald is planning to have a little ceremony at Henry Johnson's grave with some ringing and that, and perhaps that might. Anyway, it'll be in the ringing
It'll
world.
be all in the ring.
So if you were able to come to one of those things, or
There's no bells at Christmas, is there?
oh, what a disaster!
No.
Yes,
Ah,
yes, I know.
Have you read it?
Yeah, I have.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh
It's a
well.
shame, we love them.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, we must work to get the whole thing better, because the Sunday thing has also been. We had St Martin's on recently because they were scratching around to find some somebody who'd give them some recordings, and we've got some. So I think John Anderson arranged for the girl who organises the programme. So we had St Martin's on Remembrance Day actually,
Yeah.
but of course it's very early in the morning, so nobody hears it. I don't suppose you did.
I
Did
do
you?
hear
Not
it.
now.
I didn't hear that.
No.
I didn't hear that, but I do hear them sometimes.
When it was on at 7:45, we
That
used
was
to have
okay.
it. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
different. It's
Yeah.
too soon now. Usually,
That's right.
well, I wait, but of course, I'm too old to put the hand
Well,
to put
exactly.
it on.
I don't. I mean, it's.
It is
It's a
all
great
right
pity
now.
that.
No,
Yeah,
it is a
I
pity.
think. I don't know. We'll have to try and persuade them afresh to think about having. Because I mean, St Martin's was the place where they first broadcast ringing from, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was
In
in one broadcast.
1924.
I was in one broadcast
Yeah, yeah.
myself.
And that was live, of course,
That
wasn't
was
it?
live. That
Yeah,
was.
yeah, that was a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures of various, you know,
Have you?
places. And
Yeah.
we had when I was doing the bells, when Brian Woolley was.
Have you got some old photographs and things that
Well,
I
not
might be able to have a
the
look
churches themselves. We've got
at?
a.
What sort of event?
Brian Woolley was, what was it you were doing? And you'd been, I think I would have been in hospital. Or he'd been ill, and he said, I think I'll go up because he was home from work. Oh no, it'd be after you retired.
There was a bell recast at the Bullring in '75. Would that have
That
been
was
the
it.
time?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
there's
Yeah.
pictures
You
of
have
it.
some pictures of that? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got
No, we haven't.
it? Wait a minute, I've got
I've got to
the
think where they are.
Well,
It's
what-
only other than Brian doing the bells. I don't know if
I
that's
was,
interesting to you.
well, I
Excuse
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, I'll knock your case over.
All right.
I've got how
Actually, yes, I must go in just a minute because of my duties to Harborne.
Yeah.
Edgar Shepherd kindly left all his ringing books to the Guild, and that was very good. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we've already got
Yeah.
quite a lot of interesting
Yeah.
books, and that added substantially to our
Yeah.
collection.
Very nice chap, Edgar was. I liked him very much.
Mm,
I used to go to Solihull quite a lot at the
Did you?
time, you know. And
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, we're going to have a new bookcase put in at St Martin's. You know, it's being built at the moment,
yeah,
which will occupy the whole of that wall behind the 11th. You know,
yeah,
because we've got so much stuff,
yeah, yeah.
nowhere to keep it. So you know, that will be quite an improvement from that point of view.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And of course, we've got plans with the bells as well.
Yes.
You probably read in
I read
the.
that a bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we don't know, you know, when that will actually happen. Yeah.
You met Tom Warner.
Yes, I know Tom.
I wonder what's become like. I haven't just noticed his name in the Porterfields
Mm.
so much lately. Well, not at all.
No, I haven't seen him recently actually, but I think he's okay. I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice bells.
I think this
Sorry,
might be.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, we had the house rewired not long ago.
Oh, I see.
And I thought everything came to that course.
Oh, really?
We went
So you
over.
don't
I think this might be, but I'm not sure.
Shall I have a go? Looks as if it could be, yes.
I think
Oh,
it
yes.
might be. We got some more things if I could think where they were. Because we had such an upset, didn't we, as I threw everything away. But
Oh, really? Oh, well. Sorry, that's not that.
is that it?
My word.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
I know I came across that.
Huh. Well. Birmingham Post and Mail. Yes, I'm interested to see that because we haven't got them at St Martin's. I haven't seen them before. Mm.
You a photographer?
Well, not really.
Oh.
Not a you know,
You weren't
not a
quite,
professional, but not a very expert one.
Now this isn't Brian Woolley's time.
Yes. Yeah. You went up just to see how he was getting on, did
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I went up and...
Were you still ringing at that time?
Oh, yes, then.
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
We have another book here, The Great Adventure.
Oh yes, of Fussell. Yes, did you ever meet Fussell?
No.
Because I was intrigued to find his diary for 1880.
Yeah,
Find that he'd come to Birmingham.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's very nice.
We've got all the old reading books down there.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I mentioned that field with Frank Smallwood, and that's when I was, that was for the college years, I got the certificate.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a college youth picture in the front.
Yeah.
On the
Oh, it's the certificate, yeah.
That's a nice
Yeah.
book, isn't it? Mm. Yeah. Well,
I'm just trying to look where that Christmas card was that we had from Alderman Padam Smith when he was Lord Mayor.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can't find it. We've got such a lot of tripe under here.
Yeah, well, don't throw it away. If you don't want it, give it to me. I give it to the guild, I mean. Actually, look, I'm now rather late for my Harborne trip, so
Yeah,
I will have to
that's all right.
leave you. But I would be delighted to see any more things. You know, perhaps it would be if I said, could I perhaps on another occasion just have a look at any other things that you find.
Yes, certainly.
Because I'd love to,
Yeah.
see any things
Very
like
good.
Christmas
Oh,
card
all
from Paddy
those
Smith. I
under
think
there.
would be
Ah.
quite funny.
All those under
Yes.
there are all old ringing books on the bottom
Are
there.
they? Oh yes.
And he won't let you pull a page out of them to throw away.
No, right. No, quite
But
right.
I would.
No, you mustn't.
Because I have to get it out and clean it. Sorry.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
if
Perhaps you could come down some other time.
I'd love
Like
to. I'd love to
later
do
on.
that. Yes.
The New Year, like.
Yes, that's
And,
right.
You're on the phone, and that's your phone number.
That's
isn't it?
right. That's
Ah,
my
well,
phone number at home. And,
I'll probably ring you up.
well, thank you very much indeed. That would be great. All right. Give me the hand.
I'll have to get up on the own steam.
My wife's a physiotherapist, so she's very good at, so my wife's a physiotherapist, so I'm quite, familiar with people who can get up.
Once you get it, there's a job to get stuff of it.
Yeah.
What time do you have to be there?
Well, I have to be there at,
This is
quarter
just
to
5 minutes
past five.
past.
no, 5:45, fortunately. Sorry?
Which way do you go from here?
I'm going to go onto the motorway because I've got to pick up my wife in Kingston
Oh.
as well.
This is a good 5 minutes
about
past. Isn't it?
Is it? Well, I think that will just about me. I mustn't get into trouble with Frances Dodds.
Yes.
She's in charge, and I mustn't give
Oh, right.
it would be a
Yeah.
mistake to make her cross.
Yes, you wouldn't make a
Yes.
fuss.
Well then,
Yeah,
that's
that's
that.
right. She's a tough cookie, I think, is the expression, isn't
I think that's the expression, yes.
it? Anyway, I'll say goodbye. And
Nice
thank you
to see
very
you
much
anyway.
indeed for your
I'll see if I can
hospitality.
find you something.
If you can find me
Yeah.
some things that I may not have seen, like those photographs. I mean, perhaps if you don't mind me taking copies.